want you guys to know that Remmen has just put out their 203H. Those are for disaster area FHA loans. And this is a big market, so you want to check this thing out. Guys, listen, lenders out there, get off your lines. Seriously, get off your lines and start using other products. Remmen's here to help you out. You're just going to make more money. Get over yourself.
I like it.
You're not that neat. Click this banner right over there on Facebook. Where?
It's up above on Facebook.
Yeah, it's up there, Frank. Jesus.
Let's go,
Would you stop it? Okay, so the Mortgage Bankers Association just converged in the city of Denver to set the tone for the mortgage industry for the next a long time. Now, stop that. During that meeting, the Mortgage Bankers Association president, David Stevens, the hunk of burning love himself, decreed that legislation is the only cure for the industry. Now, we need clear rules here.
Of course we do. He actually, that would be Dave Stevens.
David, not Brian.
Closet Republican.
I think he might be. I think he might be. Seriously.
What happens if the president nominates a new director who thinks the government role in mortgage finance is too large and wants to scale it back? The answer is that it could affect everything from G fees to loan limits.
Really? Oh,
Credit policy could change, which would impact the QM patch and confidence in the rule as it works today. Even the level playing field in pricing and credit terms could change.
Oh my God!
As there is nothing locked in. That's
he said. Oh my God! You said it sounds like a conversation. Sounds like a conversation with my kid. You know, if you don't give me this money, my God, everything's gonna. Dave, come on. Dave, come on. Let's not jump to conclusions here, Mr. Stevens. Cooler heads always prevail. If the government thinks the role of government is too big, they'll increase the G fee? Is that what you're saying? That's a big government solution to a small government administration that we have right now. That's never going to happen. That would be like Obama or Clinton saying, you know, something like, what this country needs is less government involvement, lower taxes, and a Teddy Roosevelt rugged individualism where Americans succeed on their own merits without government interference. Something like that.
Yeah, sure. Okay. And by the way, we do actually think you're Tony the Tiger. Great.
They're great.
Awesome. Okay. So here's what Dave said has happened with the NBA under this reign of terror.
A reign of terror. Okay, so no, when he was, while he's been doing, okay, yeah, right. Okay, so he said that they're bringing a group of non-bank lender CEOs to meet with senior Treasury officials on the regulatory relief executive order. The final document from Treasury, released in early June, reflected NBA's input. Also, he said that bringing a group of regional and community bankers to meet with the OCC and the FDIC, the Federal Reserve, and the Treasury to talk about the impact of Basel III. That's a long conversation on smaller and regional banks and their ability to retain mortgaging rights services, leading to the suspension, implementation of that aspect of the rule.
So far is what I have to say. And meeting with senior leaders from the White House and Treasury on the administration's plans for tax reform. And also being one of only 3 witnesses invited by the Senate Banking Committee for its hearing.
In other words, this is a massive spank fest for the NBA. They've done a hell of a job. They really have. And you know, we could talk about the NBA all day long. We could talk about how we, we're not invited.
Yeah.
Trust me. We'd be way better and more informative, on message, and ringers at the parties after the fact than any guest that you have right there. Seriously, Brian Montgomery, Ben Carson, question, who rocks the house at 1 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, let's ask that. Maybe Carson when he's tearing down Section 8 housing, right?
He didn't do that.
Oh, I know, I'm just saying.
Well, he kind of did.
I'm just messing.
Let's not let the truth get in the way of a really good story. Or a congressperson's narrative,
okay,
whatever.
Move on.
Okay,
move
so
on.
While in Denver, Carson visited a mixed income neighborhood. Now, don't get mad at me about this, but seriously, a mixed income neighborhood. I'm just asking here, is that another way of saying a neighborhood where there's a lot of African Americans?
Probably. I don't know. You know, no, you can't say anything these days, so how the hell do we know? I don't know what that means. Maybe it means what it said. Mixed income.
Well, let's check. Okay, so we searched this, then we found this. HUD, by the way, turns out put $197 million into this project, which, looking at the title, moved this building from the projects to a project. Words are important here, Frank.
Words are important, right? And the cost is the reason that he visited.
I would think so. Okay, so while at the Mortgage Bankers Association meeting in Denver, Ben Carson visited this mixed income project, which we now know is called Mariposa. And by the way, note, check this out. We just found this. They're called the Lincoln Park Homes.
Cue it up, Garrett!
Right now! Sounds more like the projects now, doesn't it?
Right, well, here's the point. It's a good thing. And it is.